Hello everybody and welcome to the face reading of the people in the news. For those of you who are with me today for the first time, if you get interested in the subject of face reading, you can watch my YouTube's Face Reading Introduction and Face Reading 101 Part 1, Part 2. You can also, of course, buy my book, Face Reading Secrets for Successful Relationships. It is available on Amazon.com. Today we'll be talking about Kanye West, American rapper, songwriter, entrepreneur, and fashion designer. He is among the most acclaimed rappers of the 21st century. Now, I have to tell you, I don't think I ever heard him rapping. And that is because I don't like rap. It may be my limitation, but how many words can you rhyme with the word bitch? So I don't like rap. But what I do like is freedom. That's why I came to the United States 37 years ago. And when I hear some so-called journalists from various networks, anchor men and anchor women, questioning Kanye's sanity because simply he said that he loves Donald Trump. It scares me. It reminds me of times and places like this, like Nazi Germany, or like the Soviet Union where I come from. In those places and those times, if a person expressed an opinion that was contrary to the one accepted by the majority or by the elite, he or she was pronounced to be either insane or an enemy of the state. So Kanye West said that he loved Donald Trump. He did not say that everyone else must love Donald Trump. Nobody, I think, would be called insane if they would say that they hate Donald Trump. And after all, if you say, or someone says Kanye West is insane because he loves Donald Trump, then 60 million plus American people who voted for Donald Trump are also insane. And how about just simply saying, I feel differently about the president than you do. That's all. Anyway, I decided to do the face reading of Kanye West to see if there is anything in his morphology that reflects his ability to succeed where others do not, and also to speak his mind where others would be intimidated. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, confident, deep, slightly arrogant, yes, insane, no. So first we read his face/personality, and then we'll look at his profile/temperament, the qualities that are under the persona, under the mask. What stands out in his face before all is this shape. Yes, Jupiter. Here are a couple of Jupiter faces from my book. The broad face, a little narrow on top and broader at the level of the jaws. People with Jupiter personality like order, integrity, passion for justice and stability. They're as consistent and as reliable as they come. They're also the least discouraged of all personalities. If they believe something is right, it does not matter how many people think otherwise. They stick to their truth. That's why he could speak his mind. He knew about the reaction. Now, Jupiter's religiosity and/or values help them to stay on course even when the going gets tough. The only time that Jupiter lose their composure is when they perceive an injustice. Then they may become authoritarian, moralistic, and self-righteous. The Jupiterian mind is most powerful and conceptual. They are good teachers and good leaders. They are great companions as well as patient and tolerant caregivers. I could say about other characteristics of the Jupiter face, but that's if the person's temperament was lymphatic. But since Kanye West is not lymphatic, and we'll talk about it later, so his Jupiter qualities end here. But wait, we can see on his face something else. And you can see, this is the green lines, the face of a Saturn as well. And what do we know about Saturn? That qualities that will add to what we already know about Kanye's personality. Saturn are extremely time conscious. They like timelines, they like time to be accounted for, they're very reliable. They must have order to be comfortable. The Saturn have the most perseverance in all that they do, more perseverance than any other personality. They're organized and meticulous. They're deep thinkers with philosophical inclinations. People with Saturn personality are what we call positive pessimists. They see down the downside of everything, but that only fuels their will to make things better. Overcoming challenges, in fact, is what gives their life meaning. Sadness in the Saturn changes to anger, which once again fuels his will to overcome. The Saturn are the most sexual of all personalities. They often, in fact, confuse sex for love, though most of the time they are looking for intimacy. But all the qualities above are only what the qualities that Kanye displays, that people around him can see. What motivates him, how he is underneath all this, how he really feels, and what very few people may know about him comes from his temperament. And that we can learn by looking at his profile. Interesting. Here we see several actually temperaments, several shapes. First, look at the jawline. It comes down from under the ear under a perfect 90 degrees angle, which is, of course, a sanguine feature. Then you clearly see the bow-like appearance in his profile because of the tilt of both his forehead and the chin, which makes him, of course, a nervous temperament as well. And finally, you can make an imaginary straight line from the middle of his forehead to the chin, which is a feature of being bilious. Well, what do we have now altogether? What did come into this world with Kanye West? What motivates him from deep inside that creates the persona we spoke already about? First of all, the bilious yellow line, will, determination, love of order, commitment to details, need for the obstacles to overcome, and the ability to be an uncompromising leader. Then the sanguine red lines, impulsiveness, courage, generosity, and the willingness to take risks. And finally, the red lines, the nervous temperaments, quick-mindedness, zest for life, the need for new experiences, the wit, the need for attention, and an unbounded creativity. So when people say, oh, this guy or this girl are just lucky, no, think of what qualities they have. Listen again, if you want, to what I said about all these three temperaments. That's what fueled Kanye's energy and his will to move on. That's what he was born with. But he doesn't deserve any credit for these qualities because he was born with them. But what he did with those qualities is absolutely his achievement. As they say, all your talents are God's gift to you. What you do with them is your gift to God. And that is all for Kanye West, a man, a sane man, daring to speak his mind in the world of political correctness, conformity, and the insanity of tribal thinking. Thank you for being with me today. Peace to all who want to live in peace.